My name's Julie Holstegge. I live on Milkwood Farm, a property of 100 acres with my husband, about 5 kilometres south of Milton on the south coast. This is Cleoxylin.
So we first engaged Julie as a volunteer. She helped us on a number of projects. She was able to come and really help and make a huge difference because it was pretty much Julie and I walking up and down creeks and hills, planting these trees.
You know, a sprinkle of those through these areas would be really good for the birds.
Getting our hands dirty, boots on ground, which made a really big difference because the landholders could see that we are passionate and we're actually doing the work.
I love the outdoors, the Australian bush. Since I was small, I gardened with my grandma. Lots of things excite me about gardening and watching things grow. So if I'm not planting in a creek, I'll be planting in my garden. It's just what I love to do.
You don't realise that when you first start planting a few trees, what the benefits are going to be. My father cut down trees all his life. They were a nuisance to him. He only wanted a few shade trees, but when I took over my home farm, most of these original trees were all dying, so we were left with no shade in the paddocks. And this whole area of Crubia, it was just like a windswept landscape.
A lot of the land to our west, people are still clearing it. There's very little in the way of shade and shelter. A lot of the watercourses are not being protected as they really need to be.
Julie Holstegge approached me to see if we wanted to do a little bit of land care work on the farm. So that was where we started the revegetation, planting trees.
Hello, Robert.
How are you, Julie?
Good, how are you?
The first plantings were done about 9 years ago. The area of Crubia now has become literally a scenic drive landscape. There's that many trees and that much work has happened out here. It's been a phenomenal change.
So if it wasn't for Julie and her passion and engaging Robert and other landholders, these projects just would not have happened. There was a lot of landholders sitting back going, I don't want to plant trees. And as the trees grew on Leany's Creek and the shelter belt started to grow on Robert's farm, more landholders came on board because they've suddenly gone, that looks really good, this is working.
Yeah, the western windbreak's good. It is good, yeah.
From there and Julie's persistence and being that local champion in the ear of other landholders enabled us to work with over 20 odd landholders and plant in excess of 60,000 trees in the Milton Crubia Creek catchment.
To collect the seed and then propagate something and then have it go back in the ground, I find that really exciting, very rewarding.
She'd be riding her horse and suddenly go, oh, the paper barks are flowering at the moment, we've got to collect the seed. Have they come back where it's burnt?
They all went to seed and there's hundreds of them.
And we're doing a site visit, looking at a project, and she'd suddenly scream out and go, that's in flower, we've got to go collect it. So we'd jump the fence, walk through, step over snakes and blackberries, collecting seeds, and it was just amazing. And you could see that passion and that level of energy transferred to the landholders, and they'd go, this is amazing.
Really need the whole western side, like what we've done, we need it continuing all the way around.
Yeah.
The benefits have been huge, especially the better quality pasture, the ground not drying out. And there's a lot less bank erosion. And the other great benefit is the taller the trees get, the less weeds we've got growing in the water, the cleaner and purer the water is. So it's a great benefit for us all, bringing the bird life and other habitat back in. We have Airbnbs and we get a lot of people coming to watch and look at the birds as a consequence of the trees that we've planted. And I hate to say it, but property values have gone from 0 to 100 on the scale, because all of a sudden when you've got landscape trees and a lot more habitat, it's a much more interesting place to live.
I guess I really feel passionate about what we're doing when I see the growth in these various areas that we've planted out. Trees that we put in 10 and 15 years ago are now metres and metres high. They're actually a beautiful, dense forest that are protecting those watercourses, providing habitat, protection for our livestock. I would like to see more landowners come on board with planting more trees. This is really important stuff. It's something I believe in.